this big old lock nut fell off. Where were you digging? All around, huh?
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, let's shut it down and see if we can't find that nut.
It's gonna be like a needle in a haystack. All this dirt I moved. Darn it.
Well, shoot, it looks like the nut came off of this pin on the bucket thumb here. And as you can see right here, there should be one of these big old lock nuts. Now we don't want this pin to fall out because we could bend the rod and the rest of the contraption for the bucket and the thumb here. So we're gonna have to try to see if we can find that nut. This nut's gonna be hard to find.
But it's gonna be somewhere back here.
So here we're working on a wildflower garden for our bees. And we're prepping spots. We're gonna have planter boxes, and we're planting this area in about 40 acres of wildflowers for our bees so we can make some good honey. But we gotta find that nut. You seen it anywhere?
So I remember seeing it. Okay, no, I don't remember seeing it, but I remember seeing something that looked off that I had to look back at. I was working on this wall. I was trying to prevent that one from falling down, and then I came and I dug out here, and then I pushed these rocks over here, but then you see all those scratches on that rock. That was under the ground.
Shoot, so it could be anywhere in here,
yeah,
huh?
Pretty much.
Let's just take a quick look, see if we can't find that nut. Let's just look around and...
We're never gonna find it.
Yeah, probably not, but you know, all the stores are closed now, and you know, we want to run this darn thing, so we got to figure something out. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I got my detectors in the truck. Metal detectors. Yeah.
Now that could actually work.
Let's see what I got and give it a go.
All right. That sounds like it could work.
Well, it's a good thing I was metal detecting the other day. I got my Fisher Goldbug 2s right here. I got my sniper set up. This is the small coil. This is the most sensitive to small gold, and also the head that I use for hard rock prospecting. It's a lot more sensitive, and you can detect veins, black sand streaks, and tiny flakes and pickers. For this, however, we want to be able to cover a larger area of ground per swipe to find that big old nut, so we're not going to use the little head. On this machine, I have my general purpose coil, which is a little bit bigger. I think it's the 5x9 roughly. And this is a good all-around coil. But for this is when I pull out my big Fisher coil. This is the biggest coil they make for the Goldbug 2, and it covers the most amount of ground per swipe. It's less sensitive to really small, tiny gold. But since we're looking for a big old lock nut about that big, I think this coil will be the ticket. We'll dumb down the machines a little bit, scan a bunch of ground, and see if we can't find that dang nut. Doesn't want to come off. And this plug's really on there.
Why do you have to, what are you trying to do?
Well, I need to disconnect it here, take the wires off, to take the head off, to put the new head on. But there must be some sand or something caught in here because it doesn't want to turn. So you can see we got to loosen this nut so that we can pull the plug out. And take off these Velcro clips that hold the cable in place. It's always good to have a couple spares of these nuts on hand, because if you lose one in the field, you're kind of screwed. There have been times where I've had to stick a piece of wood, a little twig through here to keep the head on. But you do what you got to do to find that gold. So you want to tighten these to a point where you have a little bit of movement, but the head stays pretty much where you want it to. With these head cables, you want to be careful to not kink the wire because it can ruin your new head and give you false signals as well. So you want to just wrap it loosely around the shaft. We're just doing this real quick here. And then line up the plugs. Like this. Plug it in tight and then tighten the lock nut. It's kind of funny, that's what we're looking for today is a lock nut. We got a little one on here. Alright, I haven't used this coil in a while. Big Mama Jama, let's see if she works. Oh. So that loud buzzing in the background is the threshold, and you adjust that with a knob over here.
What's the threshold?
So the threshold is the background sound. You need to have an audible, just barely audible sound like I do here, as you can hear that. Then I'm going to have to ground balance the machine. So see how it makes that noise when I lift it up and down?
Yeah.
I want that noise to go away, and once it's gone, I'm ground balanced. So while I'm doing that, I'm adjusting the ground reject, which is the ground balance, with my thumb. I'm going like this. You can see it's getting quieter. Now it's getting louder, so I'm going to go the other way. I went past it, so I'm going to go the other way. And it looks like, in this instance, see the humping sound is gone. Right there, I'm ground balanced. So you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
So that's a really faint signal. But when I'm hunting nuggets or little flakes, I would most definitely dig that. And it's not loud like it is regular metal. See, that's a solid tone. That'd be a guaranteed target to dig. This is a lot more faint. Nugget hunting, you'd most definitely dig this target. But since we're looking for a big old chunk of metal, it's going to be loud. So I'm going to skip all the faint targets and just focus on the super loud, strong signals. I don't know, that's interesting though.
You're obsessed with it, huh?
Screw it, we are in gold country after all. I'm going to dig this target. It's the first one of the day. You never know when you can get lucky. So to pinpoint, I go side to side and then forward like this. Now it's much harder to pinpoint with this large coil, but I can get pretty close. So I'd say it's somewhere in here. So I didn't move it yet. That is a faint signal. It's getting louder.
Maybe you found it.
Even louder.
Maybe I pulled it back there.
I don't know. It's pretty hard ground. Still in the hole. Shoot, I didn't want to dig this. Now I need to know what's in there.
That would be funny if it was in there. Oh, it's getting really loud. What if it is right there? Sounds more like a hot rock, does it? Or is that like gold? I don't know. What? Oh.
Oh, there we have it. An old rusty nail down in the hole. Started out as a faint target. Let's hear what it sounds like at the surface. See that? This solid rusty nail down about, I don't know, 6-7 inches produced that really faint sound at the surface. These are the type of signals you chase. So since it's a pretty big nut, it should be pretty loud. So you can go pretty quick, but you just want to make sure to overlap your sweeps.
Darn, I thought this was where it was going to be.
There's still a lot of ground here.
I don't want it to be back here. But
Well, it could be under these boulders for all we know. If you hold the coil about 8 inches above the blade, that'll be about what the type of sound we're looking for. Yeah. So the signal we're looking for should sound roughly like that. That's the loudest thing we've heard. Alright, I'll help you.
oh, nail, I saw it.
There, grab it.
Why are there so many nails?
So the signal we're looking for will sound like that, but much, much louder. And since the bolt's not rusty, it should be a pretty strong signal. Pretty loud.
Yeah? Did you find it?
Well,
Oh,
that's one crazy
it's a
hot rock
loud
right
rock.
there.
Oh! That's, yeah? I hope that's it. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Loud. Something else
Uh-oh.
right there. There's a lot going on here. We moved it.
Oh.
Steel wire.
Well, maybe the other thing is.
Doesn't sound quite loud enough. And it's not.
Dang it.
Another chunk of metal.
Well, there is a noise up here.
Seems pretty loud.
Yeah. Can I have the scooper, Reno? Don't step on that stuff. You're safe. Just stay right there.
Check it out. I hope that's it.
No, it's not. This.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, could be something. I hope so.
Doesn't sound huge unless it's deep.
It's possible. Well,
Sounds too small to me, but you just never really know. Well, I should have pinpointed it better.
oh, I think I see it. Is that nail right there?
Sounds like rusty iron. Yeah, that's it. Here you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it
Sounds big.
That looks like it's down in virgin dirt, so I kind of doubt it's it. Something.
There it is.
Another nail.
Hey, I didn't know we had so many nails.
Hard ground. It sounds a little bit bigger, but not quite as big as that nut. Yet another rusty nail.
Yay!
At least we're saving our truck tires.
True.
Well, it's still down in the hole. This looks promising to me because this is fresh dirt moved, and the signal is just getting louder as we go.
Yeah, I put that rug there. That sounds big. Is it? I hope so.
Big something. I hope this is it.
Me too. But
Yet another stinking nail.
well.
It's loud.
Yeah, maybe.
Here. You want me to dig or?
Yeah. Oh, I found it.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Win!
Is that it?
Yes.
Holy moly.
Yes.
You did it, honey.
Good. I didn't even have to metal detect it after I found
Freaking
it.
awesome. Did you see it with your eyes?
Right. Yeah, you were right. Behind the ugly rocks that you don't like. Now we have to. Well, now we don't have to move them, but we still can.
Check that out. It worked.
Yay!
So the gold bug 2 strikes again. Sarah found it. Let's see if it fits on there.
Goodness, it's sturdy, so I'm not gonna put it on.
Okay, well, let's rinse it. But that's the nut. How
How does it
awesome
go
is
on? I
that?
don't even know.
Good job, honey. You did it. Woo! The gold bug 2 strikes again. And we're back in business. Lock nut found. Gridded out the area. We found the nut. And now we're back in business. All right. Good job, honey.
Thank goodness.
So we dumbed down the gold bug 2, pulled out all these nails to save our tires, which is good. And right finally at the end, we were about to give up. We started moving rocks. We pulled out the big old lock washer. So that was a successful day. Great job, Sarah.